welcome back to my channel, and for today's video, I'm going to share with you how I protected the soles of my Gucci leather shoes. So I have here the Jordan loafers and the Princeton mules. So I was able to protect their soles using affordable materials, and it is actually a DIY project. So if you are interested to know which products I used and how I did it, please keep on watching. Alright everyone, so I have my shoes for I think over 1 year now, and this one is longer. I purchased this one first before purchasing the Princeton mules, and this is how I protected their soles. I'm so sorry they look like that, but I've already cleaned them and that's just how they look like. The protection that I put on them is still the same. It's the same as their age, and they still work. I don't slip or fall or anything. So the reason why I looked for an alternative way to protect the soles of my shoes is because I don't want to damage the original sole that this shoe has. The original sole of the Gucci shoes are made of leather as well. So if you don't protect them, of course it's gonna get scratched because you use it for walking. If you take it to the cobbler, they would either replace the whole sole or they would scratch up the original sole, like they would sandpaper it down and then put on the protective layer. It is way too expensive. Like right here in the Philippines, I have found a store that does that. They use Vibram sole protectors, and it's expensive. Like I think it's around 3,000 to 4,000 a pair. And well, I have 2 pairs. It's gonna cost me 8,000 or up to 10,000 the most. I just don't think it's a practical thing to do if you have found a cheaper alternative, right? And at the same time, it takes weeks before they ship back my shoes to me. So I'm a very impatient person. If I have a new bag or a new pair of shoes, I wanted to use them right away. So I'm not really patient when it comes to that. I mean, who's not excited, right? So yeah. And that's why I opted for something to just protect the sole. So the first thing that I did was to look online for a protective sole. So I got the black ones, the circle ones that you put here. If you can see, it still has like the adhesive left on my Jordan loafers right there. Since it is a leather sole, it is very slippery, especially when you walk on carpet. Oh my god, that's an accident waiting to happen, and it did not work for me. Like every time I walk, it always separates from the sole. It did nothing, absolutely nothing. I honestly don't know if this will still help you, because I know that some of you lives in the US and you have sole protectors. They sell like adhesive protectors for the sole of the shoes, but I am just sharing this with you because this is a cheaper alternative, and I found this. So you can find this at your local hardware store. It is from the 3M company, and the product line of this is called Safety Walk. It is a slip resistant thread, and it looks like that. This one actually you can use in the bathroom so that you won't slip on the tiles. I found it and I tried it out, and it worked wonders on my shoes. They're still intact up to this day. If you are in the Philippines, it's only $1,049.75 at Ace Hardware. In dollars, I think that's around $20 or less, maybe around $18 to $20. So it looks like that. It says one roll is 2 inches by 15 feet. So it means that the width is 2 inches and then the length of the whole roll is for 15 feet. So I've used only that much. I can still use it if I decided to replace the ones that I installed currently. One roll of this can protect a lot of pairs of shoes, so why not, right? Alright, so the things that you need is just this and a pair of scissors, and of course the shoe that you will be putting this on. So the first thing that I did was to measure how much tape I would be using for the sole of the shoe. Make sure to put it horizontally, because if you put it vertically, you're gonna waste a lot of tape, and the width of the tape itself is not enough to cover the whole sole of the shoe. Measure it just enough for you to be able to cut the sides. Alright, so you start here at the bottom and then work your way up, and then put the heel last. I'm gonna cut a piece of tape just to show you how to put it. Alright, so I cut a piece of tape right there. And then just stick it on. Just remove the protective layer like that. And then stick it on the sole of the shoe. Right there. See? And then all you have to do is just cut the sides. Make sure to cut it closely to the sole so that you don't damage the leather part of the shoe. Cut the sticker little by little so that you don't cut it too much or too little. There you go. See? And then let's just cut the other side. This part is tricky because it's curved compared to this one that's more like straight. The angle of my scissors is like that because it's easier to get closer to the sole if you hold the scissors like this rather than cutting it straight. So I hope you guys can see this. There you go. So that's how it looks like. So just work your way up to the tip of the shoe and then the heel. So after you're done covering the whole sole of your shoes, it's gonna look like this. So as you can see, it has protected the original sole of my shoes. There's a chunk here that's already been worn off. I think these happen because I always like to put my feet on the footrest of each chair. So that's the wear and tear after more than a year. The only downside of this is if you remove the tape, you're gonna see that some of like the outer layer of the sole is gonna transfer to the tape. Much like if you put the tape in your shirt like that, and then some of the color or fibers of the cloth is gonna transfer to the tape. It's very minimal. It's not gonna like destroy or damage the shoe whatsoever. So that is it. That is how I protected the soles of my leather shoes. I hope this video has helped you save money and time, and I hope you enjoyed watching this video as well. If you did, please don't forget to subscribe. The button is down below. And yeah, that's it. Stay safe everyone, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye!